Hello and welcome everyone. If you can see me and hear me, please drop me a 777 in the chat box. I am starting on time today because I have another meeting straight after. So welcome to the call everyone. Please let me know where you are from as well, and that would be awesome. So we have people here from, let's have a look. Italy is in the house. Welcome Italy. Good to have you here. Florence, wow. So 2 Italys, amazing, amazing. London is in the house. Welcome, welcome, London. And of course, we have Birmingham and London as well. So welcome everyone to the party. My name is Dr. Jav. It's good to have you here. Now, what I want to talk about today is some personal development stuff, mindset stuff, but also I want to kind of like go over the promotion that we're running at the moment. And I did send a message out in the group yesterday. We have a very, very important promotion on at the moment, and I'll talk about that later during this presentation. But firstly, I want to talk about one of my mentors, and he's probably one of my favorite mentors, and I've been following this guy for several years now. If you know who Bob Proctor is, please drop me a 333 in the chat box. If you know who Bob Proctor is, and you should all know who he is because we have partnered with him, please drop me a 333 in the chat box. Amazing, amazing. Thank you, thank you. So obviously, Bob Proctor, I've known him for a long time. Bob Proctor's in his 80s. I'm not sure exactly how old he is, but he's getting on a bit, and of course, he doesn't look his age at all. And if you know him, you'll know that he oscillates or vibrates at a very, very high frequency. So the guy has got a lot of energy. So what I want to talk about today are my top 10 most powerful Bob Proctor quotes and how you can use these in your business. So like I said earlier, I've been following this guy for a long time, and of course I've been listening and reading his stuff going back donkey's years as well. So the first quote I want to mention is that, again, Bob Proctor says that thoughts become things. So your thoughts become things. If you set it in your mind, you will hold it in your hand. So it's very, very important what you are thinking about every single day. And again, if you were on the mentorship call yesterday, please drop me a 7 in the chat box. We had an amazing mentorship call yesterday evening, and I will go over some of those points as well in today's presentation. And again, yesterday Yvonne was also talking about these things, that thoughts become things. So my question to you is, what are you thinking about right now? And of course, every single person on this call, the reason you're on this call is because you're building your business. And today's call, the focus is going to be on building the business, building a team, and also leadership as well. So thoughts become things. If you set it in your mind, you will hold it in your hand. So again, what you'll find is that life gets in the way of most things. So it doesn't matter what you're doing in your business, what you'll find is that life will get in the way. Certainly today, there's a lot of things happening outside, and it's very, very easy for us to lose focus. However, what I'm saying to you is, if you want to achieve a certain rank in this business, let's say, for example, a chairman rank, you have to be thinking about it all the time and affirming it every single day, regardless of what's happening outside, regardless of what's happening in your life. The most important thing to you right now should be that focus. So please make sure that whatever you're thinking, it's the right thing. Don't think negative. And it's, again, very, very easy to do. You know, anything that could happen during the day that will throw you into a negative stance. What you have to do is ensure that you are always thinking about your goal. People will come and go in this business. And again, this is something, the cycle of life, or cycle of this business. I've seen it over and over again. Today, my family, my team is different to what it was a year ago. It's different to what it was 6 months ago, 3 months ago. People will come and go in this business, but you just need to make sure that you are focusing on your goal all the time. Be like a postage stamp. Does anybody actually know what that means? If someone says to you, be like a postage stamp, stick to it until you get there. What does that actually mean? I've got my chat box open here with me today, so I can actually see your chat messages. So if someone says to you, stick to it until you get there, yes, it means don't ever quit. Be like a postage stamp. Do not ever, 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 ever quit. And on all the millionaire mentorship calls that we have every single week, we talk about this. We talk about don't ever quitting. If you have covered point one inside out, if you're always thinking about point one, if your thoughts are becoming, if you understand that thoughts become things and you're always focused on your goal, you will never quit. If your goal is important to you, you will never quit. That's why we say that, you know, when you feel like quitting, when something's not going the right way, what you need to do is think about why you are doing this. Why are you doing this? Success is not free. Success will never be free. If you want to, you know, get those fruits, you have to reach out to them and you have to basically go through a process to get there. And again, like they were talking about on earlier mentorship calls, you know, the fact that diamonds take millions, if not billions of years to form. Diamonds take millions and millions and millions of years to form under extreme pressure. The same applies to you. Just like a butterfly coming out of the cocoon, it will get tough in this business. I promise you, it will get tough. If you want to hit the 6 figures, if you want to hit the 7 figures, you have to go through those hoops, the loops, and you will get there. But it will get tough, trust me. But once you're clear of your why, and you know, why are you doing this? You know what your end goal is, you will never quit. Don't be of the quitters, because quitters never win and winners never quit. Set a goal to achieve something so big, so exhilarating, that it excites you and scares you at the same time. So looking at the people on this call, if your goal is to become a 4-figure earner, which is the, you know, something like a P1000, a 4-figure earner, if that is your goal, my recommendation is for you to change that goal to maybe a P5000. Because you have to set a goal to achieve something so big, so exhilarating that it excites you and scares you at the same time. A P1000 goal may not excite you that much, whereas if you're making 5 figures, that might excite you. So my recommendation is to change your goal to a P5000, or maybe even a chairman goal where you're earning 6 figures as a minimum. So your goal should excite you. Otherwise, what's the point of having that goal? If you're thinking about your dream house or your dream car, does it excite you? Now, a little bit about myself. Going back, it was actually last year, I was just about to buy the car that I thought was my dream car. And, you know, I've seen it on the roads near where I live many, many times. And I thought to myself, you know, I'm ready to go out and buy this car. So I went to the garage to test drive what I thought was my dream car. But in all honesty, when I test drove that car, I did not like it. I didn't like it that much. So it's very, very important for you to ensure that you're test driving what you see your goal to be. So when it comes to becoming a 5-figure earner, 6-figure earner, 7-figure earner, the way you test drive these things is by staying in places, or by having the environment around you that you would have once you have achieved that goal. So to cut a long story short, what I did was actually bought another car, which was also on my list of cars that I wanted, but it wasn't my first choice. However, when I test drove that car, I knew that it was the car that I wanted. So going back to what I said earlier, make sure you know exactly where you're headed. Make sure you know what your goal is, and when you know what your goal is, you will make sure that you will never ever quit. Be like a postage stamp. So your goal has to be big, has to be massive, and you have to make sure that it is the goal that you want as well. Also very, very important. If you know what to do to reach your goal, it's not a big enough goal. Do you actually know what it takes to become a 5 or 6-figure earner in this business? Do you know what the process is? If you know what the process is, then maybe that goal is a bit too easy for you. Maybe you need to focus on not a 5 or 6-figure earner goal, but maybe a 7 or 8-figure earner goal. Number 4 is so, so important. If you know what to do to reach your goal, it's not a big enough goal. You should never focus on the how, because the how doesn't matter. What's important is that you know what your goal is. To get to that goal is not important. It's irrelevant, because once you're focused towards your end goal, trust me, you'll get there. If the focus is there, if you know that that is the goal that you're headed towards, don't focus on how to get there. That is an irrelevant point. Going back to what Kevin Trudeau keeps saying over and over again, it doesn't matter how you're going to get there. What's important is that you know what that goal is. So just bear that in mind. Faith and fear both demand you believe in something you cannot see. So you choose. Faith and fear both demand you believe in something you cannot see. So again, you should not be afraid of achieving your goal, and you should have ultimate faith that you will get that goal. So, in this business itself, I've been through several ranks, and I've known to a high degree of certainty that I will be hitting those goals. So faith is very, very important. I'm not afraid of hitting my goals. I've never been afraid of doing that. Obviously, when you set a goal, initially you might think, what, am I going to hit that goal? Can I do this? But trust me, if you have full faith, if you know where you're headed, if you know what your goal is, if you have strong belief is so important in this game, then you will get to that goal. But just don't make the mistake that many people make of setting goals that are too small. Your goal has to be so big, so exhilarating, that it excites you and scares you at the same time. The subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between what's real and what is imagined. Now, this is why affirmations are so important, and we talked about affirmations on yesterday's mentorship call. Affirmations are so important. So if you are not currently a six-figure earner on this call, you need to say to yourself, I am so happy and grateful now that I am making, I don't know, £100,000 a month or a year, whatever it is. I am so happy and grateful now that I am making £100,000 a month. And you need to say this over and over and over and over and over and over again. Not just once a day, not just twice a day, or 3 times a day, or 5 times a day. It has to be hundreds of times a day, and with emotion. Because your mind does not know what is real and what is not. And if you're saying to yourself, I am so happy and grateful now that I'm making £100,000 a month, over and over again, your mind will believe that you are already making it. And when that is it, that is the battle done. When your mind believes that you've already achieved that goal, even if you haven't achieved it in the physical, then trust me, that goal has been achieved. So again, the subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between what is real and what is imagined. Let us start with what we can be thankful for and get our mind into that vibration, and then watch the good that starts to come, because one thought leads to another thought. So when I wake up every morning, I'm thankful for being alive, for being awake. I'm thankful for another great day. You have to start with gratitude. You have to develop an attitude of gratitude. Now, when I first started my first business, I don't remember how long ago, several decades ago probably. I started it quite young. When I started my first business, I never had the attitude of gratitude. It was always me. And that's why my initial businesses didn't do so well. But what I've learned is by being grateful, by starting with the position of gratitude and helping other people win as well, it's made my business bigger and stronger. So very important, always start with gratitude. Be thankful for where you are, even if you don't feel that you are where you feel you could be. Always be grateful, because trust me, it could be worse. It could be worse. Okay, everything you are seeking is seeking you in return. Therefore, everything that you want is already yours. So whatever you're looking for that 6 figures a year or 6 figures a month. Once you've said it, once you've written it down, once you're doing your affirmations, that goal is already yours. Everything you are seeking is seeking you in return. Therefore, everything that you want is already yours. So important. Have an iron belief, believe to the nth degree that you will hit that goal. And trust me, you will hit that goal. Everything has been created twice, once on a mental plane and once on a physical plane. So again, once you've said it to yourself in the spiritual realm, the goal has already been established. That's why it's so important for you to say these affirmations every single day, for you to write things down, because the spiritual comes first and then the physical. First is the word, whatever you say is so important. So please make sure that, going back to the points earlier, Bob Proctor's quotes earlier, be sure that you know exactly where you are headed, and be sure that you are saying it to yourself every single day, because when you do that, you will actually hit those goals. Trust me. The only limits in life are those we impose on ourselves. So please don't impose limits on yourself. There's enough in the universe for everyone. Okay? If you want to hit the 5%, the 1%, don't impose limits on yourself. Go for those big goals. Make sure that your big goals excite you, because that is the way to do it. And again, many people unfortunately go for the smaller goals, but my recommendation is that you always try and hit those big goals. So those are my favorite Bob Proctor quotes. What I want to talk about briefly now is the promotion that we're running. So I've just got a note on my phone regarding the details of the promotion. So basically, for the next few days, it could be next couple of weeks, I've got no idea how long this promotion will last, but basically this promotion is for everybody on the call today, everybody in our family. And basically the promotion is that when you sign 2 elite customers, we will actually pay you $150. This is not a reduction in fee. This is an increase of your bonus. So we're giving you an extra bonus. So for every 2 elite customers that you bring on into the business for the next few days, you will get $150. Now, obviously, when you sign up an elite customer, you're already going to get $50. But now, when you sign up 2 customers, you'll get the original $100 plus an extra $150. So in effect, you're getting $250 for every 2 elite customers that you bring into the business. This will create momentum in your business, and this will run until we run out of the budget that we've set for this promotion. So just to make a note of it, very important. Again, I'll say it again, for every 2 customers that you bring into the business on the elite pack, you will now be getting $250 as your bonus. If that's a good bonus for you, drop me a fire emoji in the chat box. And also, if you have any questions regarding this incentive, please, now is the time for you to ask me those questions. Does anybody actually have any questions regarding this incentive? Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so no questions, which means to me that you understand fully how the incentive works. And the incentive starts today. This incentive will start today, and it's running as we speak. So just to give you an example, if you were to bring 2 elite customers into the business today, you will now be paid $250, not the $100 that you would have been paid before. So is that a good deal? Yes, it is. Now, before I go, and this is only going to be a short call today. Before I go, I just want to very quickly summarize the Millionaire Mentorship call that we had yesterday, and that was awesome. I know some people missed it, so I did take some notes. And basically, what Yvonne talked about were the 6 steps to get anything you want. And I've been practicing these 6 steps for quite some time. Now, these 6 steps weren't actually Yvonne's 6 steps. They were steps that were given to him by his mentors, and to his mentors by their mentors. So this goes back quite a long way. So the 6 steps to get anything you want. Number 1, define the amount of money you want to be earning. So how much money do you want to earn in this business? For example, do you want to make $100,000 a month? If that is the case, then you have to make sure that you write that down. So you have to define how much you want to earn, because it's only when you define it that you will get it. And then you need to write down 5 emotional reasons why you want to make that kind of money. Let me give you an example. Just say your definition of the amount of money you want to earn is £100,000 a month. Why do you want to earn £100,000 a month? What is the reasoning behind that? The reasoning could be that you want to buy, a £1 million house in cash within 1 year, and you'll be able to do that by earning that much. The reasoning could be that you want to make maybe your family financially free, and you need that kind of capital to be able to do that. Just make sure you have 5 emotional reasons on the back of it, because it's very important. The spiritual side, this is all mindset stuff. Most of it's mindset stuff. The spiritual side is more important than the physical side. So make sure that you've defined that. Number 2, what are you willing to give up to hit that goal? What are you willing to give up to make sure that you hit that financial goal that we've just talked about in number 1? Let me give you a few examples. Many people today spend hours and hours watching television. And I'm guessing that people on this call also do that. And that is one thing that you could potentially give up, because television won't get you to £100,000 a month. Many people spend hours playing games like the Xbox or the PSP. Again, there's something you can give up to help you hit those goals. If you like watching football or rugby for hours and hours a week, then maybe there's a sacrifice you can make there to help you hit those goals. Now, the reason this is important is because you need to free up time and make sure that the time that you free up is helping you to move closer towards that goal. So what are you willing to give up? Make sure you write down what you are willing to give up, and then try it for 3 months, try it for 6 months, a year, and just see the results that you'll get. So as an exercise, after this presentation, make sure that you write the first step down, which was your income goal, and number 2, what are you willing to give up, and then number 3, what are your 18-month goals? So a good 18-month goal could be your £100,000 a month. So if you want to earn £100,000 a month or a year, whatever fits well with you. So if it's a year, you could break it down to a monthly of say £10,000 a month, or even £100,000 a month, whatever works for you. Make sure that you write down your 18-month goal and focus on it always. I talked about this during Bob Proctor's quotes as well. Focus on your goal from the moment you wake up to the moment you sleep, and also when you're dreaming as well. And then you will get that goal. People will come and go into this business. As you're building the business, you will find people come and go. If you're focusing on your goal, that will not matter to you at all. Trust me. Number 4, have an action plan. And if you have not yet hit the 4-figure earning level yet, the P1000 rank, then the action plan is that you need to have 12 to 15 personal enrollments and 3 to 1 P150s in your team. 3 to 1 P150s in your team and 12 to 15 personal enrollments. Focus on that as well, and you will get to that P1000 rank, which is the first leadership rank. Once you hit that rank, we'll add you to a special group, and in that group you will get additional teaching, and also once a week we have our chairman run meetings. So that basically means that we'll teach you and show you how to hit the magic 6 figures within 12 months of hitting that P1000 rank. So it's a very, very important rank. It's the first real leadership rank, and henceforth, there's no reason why anyone on this call today can't get to that rank. Obviously, we have people on this call who have surpassed that rank, but again, I mean, the people that have gone past the P1000 rank, you know what you're doing, and again, we are here to mentor you to get to the next level as well. Number 5, write down your affirmations. Bob Proctor talks about these in his quotes as well. I am so happy and grateful now that I'm making £100,000 a month by 31st December 2021. So whatever your goal is, make sure you're doing your affirmations every single day. And the last thing is, you need to be repeating your affirmations hundreds of times a day, not once a day, not twice a day, not 3 times a day, hundreds of times a day. You need to be doing your affirmations, because when you're thinking about it, thoughts are things. Whatever you think about will come into real life. That's all I wanted to talk about today. I've talked about the incentive. Let's make this month an amazing month. It's March. It's the first month of spring. And again, there's no reason why you can't hit your goals. If anyone has a question regarding what I've spoken about today, you've got my number. Drop me a message and I will make sure that you get those goals. So again, thank you for being on the call, and I will see you on Wednesday when we have our guest presentation at 6 p.m. B, who is on the call right now, is doing a presentation this evening at 7 p.m. Again, let's make things happen and make the most of this promotion. You are not the only people in the wide organization who will receive this promotion, so make the most of it. You know, $250 is, you know, you can go out and buy a pair of shoes for that if you want to, or a new handbag or a wallet or whatever. So definitely $250 is a good bonus to receive. So go for those elite packs and let's make things happen. Again, I'll see you very, very soon. In fact, I'll see you on Wednesday. So thanks for coming on the call, and God bless, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.